Welcome back to the Capital Mindset Show. Hope you guys are having a great day. As always, today we're going to be revisiting Tesla stock. And Tesla stock, as you can see, is actually down quite a bit year to date, down 69.21% here. We can see that. Let me actually turn myself on right there so now you guys can see me. And we're going to be looking at what I said in the past. How did that age? And surprise, it aged pretty well. And what do I think about Tesla going forward into the future? So right into it, let's go and see or revisit some of these older videos. So this one's actually a pretty long video, an hour long. If you guys want to go check it out, there's the title. It was posted 10 months ago. So you guys can, again, check out to see what I said, or at least had to say about 10 months ago. And the point of this video was to showcase how much were the expectations really driving the stock and how insane the expectations were, as well as this video over here that I posted over a year ago with my co-host Austin, and we were talking about this very much the same principles at that point in time. These videos at the time were when a lot of people were really bullish on the stock and not many people were talking pretty bearish about it. But although there were plenty of people, just so you know, there were plenty of people who were, but not nearly as much as there should have been. Now, talking over here to this video, this is a reaction video where I even called Jeremy here YouTube's greatest investor. It's completely supposed to be ironic. And on this notion, it's more of a reaction, or one of the points I made was a lot of retail was buying in at the top, and I'll actually play that part of the video for you here. Is what's buying in here at the top. Let me backtrack it. Orders. While institutional money is what caused Tesla to go up in terms of the volume of purchase orders, and now that retail money is what's buying in here at the top. All right, so I'll pause there. Another point I made here is that I believed this individual had a very hard time selling Tesla because it was a huge part of their selling point. It was a huge part of their branding, their business, and a lot of the ways how they make money is not from the investments, but from you, the viewer, and those who pay for their courses. And that's how they make a lot of money in an effort to teach you how to make a lot of money by making a lot of money by you paying them. So Tesla stock was at the time the best performing, and is still at this time the best performing stock in this individual's portfolio. And it's pretty much, or has been, carrying a lot of the portfolio. This individual at this time, this was posted 8 months ago. This still was before Tattooed Chef debacle, the Voyager debacle, a Smile Direct Club, etc., on and on and on. And quite frankly, this person has a huge gift to picking companies that are potentially going to go bankrupt. That is a skill. It's not the skill we care about, but it's a skill, I guess. And yeah, so that's kind of my quick thoughts there. We also have to talk about, I guess, two other ones. I mean, there's plenty more. I'm not even going to be able to cover all of them. I'm just going to be covering the ones that you guys sent me, some of the videos. So one of them is from a less egregious one, but also sold their Palantir investment. Here's him saying it's his largest position.
Some people in the comments are kind of asking, you know, am I a Tesla shoulder? Tesla is the biggest position in my personal portfolio. I happen to talk about it more on my channel. A lot of people I know join.
Okay, so this person also has, I've seen other clips that people have sent to me, and it's this person, Sasha, he's been a bit antagonistic to people who have a differing opinion on Tesla for a while. So again, I agree with perhaps the sentiment that now it feels like a lot of people are just dogpiling on Tesla. However, there's constructive criticism, there's real criticism, and then there is the, let's say, just hate-filled criticism. I get that. But to also say that people who had the criticism in the first place were moronic, I think was incorrect. And again, one thing I will give credit to Sasha. I mean, at least I don't know if this is entirely true, but I assume it to be true, and I haven't seen any evidence otherwise. But you guys can correct me that he doesn't delete videos, so good on him. He stands by what he says, unlike some other YouTuber that claims they don't, but they do. And then there's also solving the money problem, which I don't have him up here, but also was pretty much building this Tesla cult following. Not nearly, let's say Sasha here is not nearly as egregious as those guys. So, you know, there's that. Now, one individual who's actually pretty famous for Tesla, even more so than the other individual, is this man right here. And the reason why is he turned about $40 million into less than $10 million within just a couple years, which is a true talent. I'll tell you that. That is a true talent. So he was the one who timed the market. We made memes about him, by the way, kind of almost predicting his behavior because, you know, that's how difficult he is to predict. But anyways, now he's buying a plane. He's going to house hack. So he's saying here he had to sell some Tesla stock, not all of it, but some Tesla stock, tax loss harvest in this case. And it's kind of becoming a joke that all these YouTubers are tax loss harvesting and plowing that money or keeping some of that money safe for his investments, which is understandable. But again, he had around $40 million, turned that into $20 million, then invested that $20 million back into Tesla after going to the Austin Gigafactory, and then turned that $20 million into less than $10 million million here today, realizing some of those losses, although not all of the losses. So keep that in mind. And of course, that gentleman's jack's going to be of huge comfort because quite literally, all the course money that you guys paid him, well, he just, I don't know, it just went poof. It's gone now. So he has to constantly, make more money in that case. And hopefully his real estate goes well, but we'll see. So yeah, that kind of covers it. Just kind of painting this picture that Tesla had this huge cult-like following around it. So many creators were dedicating their lives. There's also this guy, I think his name is Dave Lee. Another one, he's made a lot of money on Tesla because he had bought basically all in and went long it. But kind of talking about some of the other aspects of Tesla as to what's going on. Well, we have some things because now I'm going to get into the discussion of what I think is going to happen in Tesla going forward, right? And that's going to be catered around, okay, what businesses do they have? Well, they have the car business, which is their biggest business, and that's going strong. Although here's something to pay attention to. I do think, and a lot of people in the community also think this, we've had discussions about this in the past. We've also talked about it in live streams about demand destruction. Remember those words, demand destruction. There's even videos with that in the title. So demand destruction is going to kind of play in here. Not many people are going to be buying as much as they used to be. And so we're going to see that percentage drawdown in terms of growth. Tesla's still priced for a lot of growth. And that's actually one of the biggest issues that we had with it going back into the past. So we were right about that. Now that the growth narrative is kind of fading, that's actually causing a lot of the underperformance as we speak. And a lot of people are pointing to the macro conditions like Tesla. Elon Musk retweeted Ross Gerber, who's actually kind of turning on Tesla slightly, but because, he's a great investor, guys. Trust me. So he's kind of changing his mind, but Elon Musk he retweeted like a target, basically saying that, yes, that's exactly what's going on. Well, yes, that basically is, but this could have been foreseen long in advance. I mean, there were plenty of signs to show you that demand destruction was happening. We spoke about a lot of these signs, and we actually positioned ourselves for such an event. So this is going to be pretty normal. I would say that we would see the growth rates for November, December, this coming quarter to be less than previous in terms of growth rate. So the growth's going to slow down a bit. I'm not saying we're going to see a contraction, just a slowdown of that growth. And we're going from a really high level to just a more tamed level. And people are going to realize that massive growth narrative doesn't have as many legs as people think. Now, this is not to say that the product is bad or anything like that. I'm on my second one, and frankly, I love the car. I love everything about the car. I haven't had any quality issues, although I know other owners have had quality issues. And I think, frankly, it's one of the best, if not the best, electric product right now for the same price point. Because I say the EV6 and the Ioniq 5 are also pretty close. Mustang's kind of The i4 and the e-tron, for me, they're not very good. But that's my opinion. So what's going to happen in the future? We're going to see that demand destruction play out. Again, this is old news. If you've been watching the channel for a while, it's going to be not a surprise or shouldn't be a surprise. Will I be buying Tesla? There's also another part of Tesla that I'm kind of cautious on. If you want to check out the very long hour-long video, I discuss all the different business lines and try to ascribe to them a kind of performance measure for the next couple years or so, like the insurance, energy, and that's the other part. In conversation with some people I know, that they were giving me some different viewpoints that I wasn't thinking about. Was they're actually losing market share in the energy segment, it seems. And if that's the case, maybe it's attributed to the lack of focus that Tesla's had on that segment. So that narrative that they're just going to be this massive conglomerate in all these businesses, well, it's not really playing out right now. And that's the chink in the narrative. So one other thing we did say in the past videos is that Tesla and Apple are the last bastions of retail's like hope in this market. So a lot of retail money, a lot of new money, we could say, was flooding into these stocks and thinking this is the way that they're going to be rich. This is the thing that is changing the world, and there's not really much other things to buy out there but Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. And you saw that again with Meet Kevin and his new ETF. The largest holdings Tesla. So a lot of fervent belief in Tesla, and that was the perfect setup. Not that I would short it, but it was the perfect setup. And so how do I feel like it is going to go going forward? Well, I kind of plugged in some growth rates just to show that it's still priced for a lot of growth. There's still a lot of growth priced into this. And frankly speaking, I would be more on the cautious side. I'm not looking to buy Tesla. I'm not frankly looking to buy a car company. I know that already upsets some of you because you think it's a tech company, but I'd rather pass on this for now. If the price got to the right moment, and I'd have to reassess. At that point, you'll see me change my mind, which you've seen in the past, right? You've seen me change my mind or on other companies in the past, and I really do like to buy the companies that have the sentiment in the gutter. You know, for this year, we have Netflix and Meta that we both bought. Their sentiment was absolutely destroyed. I think you could say Intel we recently bought as well, and that's also sentiment is destroyed. There's a new one that I'm buying, or two new ones that I'm buying, where the sentiment is quite literally in the gutter, but that's for a future video. Stay tuned for that. If you want to see those videos / live streams, you can subscribe and you can press the bell icon or whatever. So with that being said, I want to talk about some announcements. So you're going to see in the description here today with a new partnership I'm making. We're calling it The Last Alliance with another YouTube channel. And their website should be down in the description below. I am not compensated for you to go down to that website. It's just posting it because I do believe that they're another quality YouTube group here on YouTube. And yeah, so check them out. Also, the links for, let's say, the Discord community are down there below. I actually made a video just exclusive for the Discord, so it explains it, but you'll see it inside of the Discord in the entry room, you could say, and as well as the portfolio, not the portfolio, the content library should be down there. The content library, someone has helped me actually assemble it as of late, and so it should help you find older content based on category and date. So it's just to help you guys out if you're curious, if you want to hear my thoughts on a particular stock. If you do, I feel lucky that you feel the need to, and it should be there. Makes it easy and convenient. Aside from outside of the search feature of YouTube, which sometimes doesn't show the exact video you want. All right. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And just quick summary for everything: Tesla down. Who could have foreseen this? Oh, whoa! Super hard to predict. And now we're seeing basically the sentiment turn, the Tesla Q. Now I think maybe people become overly pessimistic on Tesla. Maybe that's what happens. A lot of the Tesla Qs, they're going to run rallies around this. I'm going to be the content creator that I'm just going to provide my honest opinion. I'm going to tell you when I think it's bad, and I'm going to tell you when I think it's good. I'm not doing it to make you satisfied with my answer. I'm just going to tell you my thoughts, and I hope you appreciate the honesty. Let me know down in the comment section below. How do you feel about Tesla? Do you feel that Tesla is going to roar higher, crash lower, or hover around this for a long period of time? Let me know, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.